The Gulf of Mexico, a vast body of water that has played a pivotal role in shaping the history, culture, and economy of the regions that surround it. For centuries, it has been known by its current name, a name that reflects its geographic location. However, in a controversial move, the United States government recently announced its decision to rename this iconic gulf to the Gulf of America. This decision has sparked heated debates and raised questions about the motivations behind such a change. In this video, we'll delve into the reasons cited by the government, examine the historical context, and explore the potential implications of this move. According to the government's statement, the decision to rename the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America is rooted in the desire to assert the United States' sovereignty and territorial claims over the Gulf's waters and resources. The Gulf of Mexico is a vital strategic and economic asset for the United States. By renaming it the Gulf of America, we are reinforcing our claim over this body of water and the resources it holds, which are crucial for our nation's energy security and economic prosperity. The government argues that the new name better reflects the Gulf's position as an American asset and underscores the country's dominance in the region. The Gulf of Mexico is a major hub for offshore oil and gas exploration, fisheries, and maritime trade. Its waters are rich in natural resources that contribute significantly to the U.S. economy. By renaming it, the government aims to solidify its control over these valuable assets. While the government's reasoning may seem straightforward, the decision to rename the Gulf of Mexico has deeper historical roots and geopolitical implications. The Gulf of Mexico has long been a contentious region, with various nations vying for influence and control over its waters and resources. This renaming can be seen as an assertion of American dominance and a challenge to the claims of neighboring countries like Mexico and Cuba. The decision has raised concerns among other nations bordering the Gulf, who view it as a unilateral move that disregards their own interests and claims. Critics argue that the renaming could escalate regional tensions and strain diplomatic relations with neighboring countries. It could also set a precedent for other nations to make similar territorial claims, potentially leading to further conflicts over maritime boundaries and resource rights. Beyond the geopolitical implications, the decision to rename the Gulf of Mexico has also sparked concerns about its potential impact on the environment and cultural heritage of the region. The Gulf of Mexico is a delicate ecosystem that supports a diverse array of marine life and coastal communities. Any changes to its name or management could have far-reaching consequences for the preservation of this natural treasure. Environmentalists warn that the renaming could be a precursor to more aggressive exploitation of the Gulf's resources, potentially leading to environmental degradation and the disruption of fragile ecosystems. For centuries, the Gulf of Mexico has been an integral part of the cultural identity of the communities living along its shores. The decision to rename it has faced backlash from those who fear that this move could erode their cultural ties to the Gulf and its historical significance. The Gulf of Mexico is more than just a body of water. It's a part of our heritage, our traditions, and our way of life. Renaming it could diminish the deep connection we share with this region and its rich history. The decision to rename the Gulf of Mexico has sparked international reactions, with some nations supporting the move and others vehemently opposing it. While some allies have expressed their understanding of the United States' position, others have condemned the move as a unilateral action that disregards international laws and conventions. To address these concerns and find a resolution, experts suggest that the United States should engage in open dialogue and negotiations with other nations bordering the Gulf. This could involve seeking consensus on a new name or exploring alternative solutions that respect the interests of all parties involved. The renaming of the Gulf of Mexico is a complex issue that requires a multilateral approach. The United States should consider engaging in diplomatic efforts to reach a consensus that respects the sovereignty and concerns of all nations with a stake in this region. The decision to rename the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America has sparked a firestorm of debates and controversies. While the government's motivations may be rooted in asserting its territorial claims, the move has far-reaching implications that extend beyond mere semantics. As we've seen, this decision touches upon issues of sovereignty, environmental protection, cultural heritage, and international relations. It highlights the delicate balance between national interests and the need for cooperation and diplomacy in an increasingly interconnected world. As this debate continues to unfold, it remains to be seen whether the United States will pursue this renaming unilaterally or engage in dialogue with other nations to find a resolution that respects the interests of all stakeholders. One thing is certain: the Gulf of Mexico, or the Gulf of America, will remain a crucial and contested region whose future management and preservation will have profound impacts on the economies, environments, and cultures of the nations that border its shores. We've explored the depths and the debates, but the conversation doesn't end here. What are your thoughts on renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America? Do you support this change? Or do you believe some things should remain as they are? Share your views in the comments below, and let's keep this important dialogue alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more content like this. Your voice matters in shaping the stories we tell and the future we share.